Fans have felt helpless as Warhammer 40K has just circled the drain with wokeism as Games Workshop continues to squeeze customers and just not respect the lore or respect you as anything. But now it looks like we've got at least a way to voice our opinions, which is nice to hear. Now, last year, Games Workshop went crazy when people did voice their opinions on X, when they changed the Adeptus Custodes, which I'll go over if you missed this. They wanted to feminize the game and turn them into females when they never were before. They banned a lot of players. People were banned off their Facebook page. They were blocked by their X page. People were canceling subscriptions, but they didn't care, and they just kept doubling down on this. Well, now there's a new survey out, and people in droves are going to just let it be known where this is. I'll actually leave the survey in the description below so you guys can join in on this, because we need to stand up together. We can actually take action as fans. And if you don't remember, last year, a lot of petitions came out in video games that changed the course of things. Stellar Blade was one of them, where Grums ran a petition. It got over 100,000 subscribers to it, and because of that, they changed the game, and they actually listened to the gamers. Now, there was one going around Japan with Ubisoft for Assassin's Creed Shadows, demanding they, ban the game. Of course, that didn't happen. But Ubisoft did delay the game to change it because they saw how big of a backlash they were getting on this. These companies really overestimate the amount of woke support they have. They really do, guys. And so if you voice yourselves, if you come out there, and like I said, I'll put it in the description, they will eventually listen if it seems big enough, because at the end of the day, a company like Games Workshop has to report to investors, and those investors are, who go, gosh, why are you screwing up your game so the players don't want to play it? If they see those reports, they're going to have to shape company policy, whether the weird woke people inside would like it or not. And that is exactly how you can have a voice as a consumer. Of course, in the meantime, you got to identify as non-binary. That's B-U-Y, nary, meaning you're not going to buy these products as long as they remain woke. That's something that we got to do as well. But let's get into what's happening in just a moment. Smash that like and subscribe button, guys. I really appreciate you being here. Long intro today, but I had to give my sermon, right? I appreciate you for being here. I am a creator myself. Games Workshop threatened to sue me over this the other day, saying that I infringed upon their trademark because, the Space Marines are their trademark. That's false. If you don't know, many people in the past have actually fought them and won in court on that, because Space Marines is not a Games Workshop trademark. They do not own it. They didn't develop it. There's a whole genre of Space Marine fiction on Amazon that doesn't have anything to do with Warhammer 40K. And we have Space Marines that are defending our Terran Imperium, which in a beautiful 66-page graphic novel. I'm so hyped because we just got a new printer that is going to really up the quality of our game, even beyond our products before, which were very high quality. But we're going to make a huge wave in comics this year with what we're doing. This is a lot of fun. You're going to love this graphic novel. I wrote this for you, with you in mind, as the people who love the lore for Warhammer 40K, who are like Star Wars fans who are disaffected. Come over here. I'm like, I'm taking Warhammer and Star Wars refugees from their wokeism, and I'm collecting you guys. I appreciate it. We're going to form our own our own Imperium, and we're going to have our own Emperor. So enjoy this. It's in the description below. This is the last day on it. You'll absolutely love it. Like I said, I wrote it for you. And we're going to do a live stream closing this out at 4 p.m. today Pacific. So join us. I love to hear from everybody. And YouTube doesn't always give out notifications. So just kind of note the time, kind of look for it around then. I appreciate you guys for being there. Again, that's in the description. So if you don't know, Warhammer 40K fans are gathering together to let Games Workshop know how they feel about the changes to the lore, like the female Adeptus Custodes, with an organized campaign to make the miniature wargaming company understand customer sentiment. Last year, Games Workshop infamously retconned the Adeptus Custodes by adding females into their 10th edition of Codex Adeptus Custodes. One excerpt reads, Custodian Calidus Teorvalia Kesh stood upon the bridge of a Cobra-class destroyer named Vigilant Flame. The warship belonged to the mighty Battlefleet Solar. She lingered in the shadows of the back of the bridge, positioned to where a spot she could observe the actions of every crew member, well, be they in the instrumentation pits, or the armament shrines, or in the case of Shipmaster Lethwick, stood ramrod straight before his command throne. Now, that was it right there. They continued on, and of course, Warhammer actually went out and gaslit fans on this, saying, since the first of the 10,000 were created, there have always been female custodians, to which they got just a ton of angry comments saying that was never the case. It was absolutely fake. and not true. This is what it was before in the lore. It is known that all custodians begin their lives as infant sons of the noble houses of Terra. It is the mark of the incredible prestige to surrender one's child to this glorious calling within the Imperium, and many notable clans amongst the Terran aristocracy have willingly given up almost entire generations of newborn sons to earn it, not daughters, okay? So totally fake, totally wrong. Now, of course, we know that the Tithe doubled down on this, and they came out with this monstrosity in that animated short, which is this like weirdly masculine-looking female trying to push transgender ideology very obviously, and hashtag body positivity. And that's exactly what they were trying to go for. Now, they got a lot of backlash on this, and of course, they lied. They actually updated the Warhammer wiki to say it was always this way and changed it from what it was when that said it was historically men and the like. It caused a big stir and a big storm among gamers who were just sick of this kind of thing. And it was a wild one right there. A lot of people said they were just going to stop buying Games Workshop products as a result because they felt disrespected. If Games Workshop's just going to change the lore and disrespect everybody out there because we've spent so much money on Black Library books and the like, this is a different thing than just a random miniature or things like that. They've gone very, very woke. In Warhammer Fantasy, of course, they added they-them Stormcast Eternal last year as well. The Black Library stuff over there has been a complete disaster as well. This is the direction they've gone, and they've made it clear that they want to keep going this direction to be more diverse and inclusive, of course. But this is where it gets absolutely crazy, and so now we're starting to fight back. So there is a survey that went out, and Man vs. Miniatures, which is a great person on X to follow, by the way. This is how I answered the Warhammer survey. I effed up, though. I forgot to say unban the people who were banned in Twitter in April and Facebook. Don't forget that. And that's something that's out there, which is just like really egg on their face. Companies should not be blocking customers like that. Just, I get it. You've got some angry things on an account. Let the customers say their piece. That's just kind of how it goes, okay? Ridiculous. So he actually talked about this, and he posted his out. Thor Odinson then made the call to action. This is going viral, guys, which I love because it's community action. This is players working together to make things better. They're voicing things, and voicing things, there's nothing wrong with doing that. Of course, a lot of these woke activists always like to go, oh, it's harassment. It's not. When there's a company survey asking how to make things better, you answer with how to make things better according to you as a player, and there's nothing wrong with that. Don't let people shame you into thinking otherwise. You as a consumer are the most important person to a company like this. At least you should be. Obviously not the case with Games Workshop, but people are making their voices heard. So the survey was posted. Apparently, Games Workshop have been sending out a survey to find out what fans think. So check the link below and make sure to let Games Workshop know exactly what you think in the number 2 field, as Derek did. Tell them to walk back the fem custodes, that's the female custodes. Push them to cut any more instances of woke DEI BS, and ask them to unblock fans on social media. There is a form in there. So at the beginning of it, you have a first deal which says, what's your favorite part of the hobby? And then you talk about it. I went reading the lore stories because I actually hate building models. Unlike Man vs. Miniatures. Man vs. Miniatures, if you're watching this, can you build my models for me? If you can, then that'd make me very happy. But what could we do to make that part of the hobby even better for you? So lore in the stories, I put in that walk back the female custodies, don't put any more gender ideology into things, and please unban players who criticize that because that's your core consumer place. Of course, I've been involved with Warhammer 40K for 15 plus years myself. Proud to be here and in the USA. And that's how I filled out the survey. So you can do it. Just be respectful. Don't like swear at them or anything like that, guys, because that doesn't make it. That actually, gets people ingrained in their ways rather than actually doing anything. But just say what you want, and then let's just hope they respond to an overwhelming number of people. So I'm going to put this survey in the description below, like I said, so you can join in on this as well. I love this. This is organized action. We're making things better as a community. Whether they listen or not, that's up to Games Workshop. Of course, you're probably going to say in the description, in the comments, that Games Workshop probably won't listen. You might be right, but that doesn't mean we should stop trying. You never take your foot off the gas. I really think we are changing the culture, guys. I'm seeing very, very positive things in 2024, 2025, and I think the best is yet to come. I'm optimistic, my friends, and I hope you are too. Smash the like and subscribe button. Let me know if you're going to fill out this survey and what you think about this. Love to hear from you, my friends. Make sure to come to my stream at 4 p.m. Pacific today, and also check out the Emerald Array graphic novel. If you love Space Marines, you are going to love this. This is high tea action, a lot of fun. I have no female Space Marines, very proud about that myself. And you are, I wrote this for you, so check it out. It's in the description below. Grab it. Tell your friends too, because the other thing that is very important is like when people post this stuff on social media, getting independent projects word out means everything to independent creators. It's a big deal. I appreciate you guys for being here.